depth chart out today for the first time, and Trevis Gipson is fourth string, which caught me by surprise. I don't know where you guys came out on that, but I don't know. And if you talk to, Bears coaches about it, Richard Hightower spoke today. Velus Jones is number one on the depth chart at both punt return and kick return. He's like, don't read too much into that. But then he also added, there's a reason why he's there. So I don't know. What was your guys' reaction to the depth chart in general and specifically Gipson?
Yeah, when you look at Trevis Gipson, he's now in a room that obviously the Bears have been adding to that position. DeMarcus Walker, you bring in Yannick Ngakoue. Terrell Lewis has been flashing a lot more than a Trevis Gipson has. I've seen Dominique Robinson now a little bit more, number 90, Dominique Robinson doing some good things with inside moves. So for Trevis Gipson, obviously he's coming off a down year. And to me, when I saw that and you look at the practices, yeah, it's almost fitting where he's at. And I really like Trevis Gipson. I liked him when they drafted him. I liked where his trajectory was going. And then last year happened. And obviously it's not the course that he would like to be on, but these preseason games are going to be very important to him. These rest of these practices are going to be very important to him. But I think that's also, when you think about it, you guys, a good thing, because that means hopefully that the Bears obviously have more talent at the top to where you can push a guy like Trevis Gipson down the roster. But, personally, I would like to see him fight back and see where he can end up finishing. But, yeah, he's now fourth string on this unofficial depth chart, and we'll see where he ends up in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all either, specifically like I talked about earlier with Terrell Lewis, flashing every day at practice. Now you bring in Yannick Ngakoue. You added DeMarcus Walker, who's got a spot on this team, and it just simply turns into a numbers game. Dominique Robinson is someone they drafted last season. Trevis Gipson's had more under his belt, so who are you going to cut? Well, Dominique Robinson's starting to flash, and, like I said, it just turns into a simple numbers game. And that's unfortunate because I'm with you. Trevis is a really good dude. But we talked about before the training camp started, who would be a surprise cut. And when we started naming some of the names, none of them stood out to me as a true surprise. And the only two I could list that would even qualify as a surprise player to be cut were Velus Jones and Trevis Gipson. And Trevis is starting to teeter into that category, unfortunately. But we'll have to wait and see because training camp is one half of it. And I see some people in the chat overreacting to my, reporting of what I'm seeing at camp, but that's only half the story. We still have preseason to go to make any declarations about what can be affected into the regular season. So if Trevis Gipson comes out into these preseason games with his hair on fire and something to prove, he could change that depth chart and the narrative that's starting to surround him, just like any other, observations that I've made. Those things can change quickly when the lights come on and they start playing football come Saturday.
For our diehard CHGO listeners who haven't peeked at the depth chart right now, defensive front four looks like this: DeMarcus Walker, Justin Jones, Andrew Billings, Yannick Ngakoue. No surprises there. And then your backups to Walker, it goes Dominique Robinson, then DeAnthony Jones, then Jalen Harris. Defensive tackle backups: Dexter, Pickens, and then Travis Bell and Bravion Roy. And then they list Gipson behind Rasheem Green and Terrell Lewis and then Trevis. I mean, what's surprising to me about it more than anything else, just like how the Bears have gone about their business, Trevis Gipson has been spoken to the media multiple times in training camp. They have put him up there. Now he's an easy guy to go up to and talk to, and maybe Bears PR, was unaware of the depth chart. That would certainly make a whole lot of sense. But it's not like they're, maybe they are. I have no idea. But they're not acting like he's not going to be a part of the team. But when you see him as fourth string, you wonder, obviously, is he going to be here? So just for the sheer fact that we've talked to him, I was surprised to see him listed there.